We are going to continue where we left off yesterday and see how far we can get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 21, 15, right? Yeah. Nothing here. Well, this is a wick confirmation followed by a dim, so let's just refresh our lens. Crude ODR before choosing date, March 2023, end of month, sort by day. This is a Wednesday, true, short. So 2.3 is where we're going, but let's go like this. It's going to be 02 to 04. What's our cutoff time? 5. Nice short day, I like it. Oh no, 02 to 04 the other way. There we go. 08 to 09. And 1.1 to 1.2. So let's go like this. Okay. Because of how this opened, we don't adjust. We would have our stop above this DRC and the clothesline, and we'd be going to 2.3, which is somewhere in there. And this would be break even, I think. Yep. So we break even on this one. Nothing here. Not what we're looking for. Price isn't changing, so we have the directional imbalance, but we're in the middle of the time, so we'd have to wait to see what we get here. This is actually here, so we would need to see a rejection. So because we're assuming it's a true day, we would be above the DR, and we would put a pending for 5R. And we would lose, so that's fine. My metrics is gonna log me out. Yep, just a second. Oh, I forgot to make sure that this had output audio. Yeah, perfect. Backtests, all backtests. This one, just delete this. Copy. Confirmation time was for the first one, 4 o'clock wick, and then 4:05 body. first one was break even. So 7.3. It's funny. Okay, so we get a 10:30 RDR true long on a Wednesday. We're just gonna go to the next candle regardless of what happens here. We'll assess, so 0.3 to 0. And 11 o'clock, nice short day. One to 3. Mm, 4 to 7. Yo, yo, yo.
Bro, I've been thinking about what you showed us yesterday. Since you showed us, like I could barely sleep last night, just kind of thinking through the possibilities and how to transform myself into someone that can follow. I'm just like so busy trading, so busy like love taking quote unquote advanced trades and even though a lot of them work out, it's like it only takes a day or two for me to erode a couple days of profit or even a week of profit sometimes, and the lack of consistency is just deadly.
Yeah, I feel you, man. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Because I just want the consistency. Like, I would rather just be able to walk away and enjoy my profits.
Yeah.
ODR Thursday true short 0 to 0.1 455 0.1 to 0.2 0.3 0.4 0.5 to 0.7 0.8 to 1 and 2.3 is our extension. So because we got that rejection on this directional imbalance, I would have entered here, stop right here, going for 2.3. Holy bananas. And we're done for the day. Confirmation time is 4 o'clock. Candle. False day, go figure. Three more. So we get a 10:30 short. RDR Thursday. With confirmation. Zero two to 0. 11:59. shut my door. Wife's baking. Baking the nephew a birthday cake. It's his birthday today, so. He turns 3. Just itty bitty. Yeah, we're all kind of happy that there's somebody around his. Well, my other sister, that's her sister's kid, and my sister has I think he's 4, so lots of kids within the age vicinity, which is good. Yeah, no worries, man. 1.4, Yeah, not. Probably just missed this day. I don't know. So we came back and filled. We rejected. Get the directional up. Yeah, not interested in anything here yet. Yeah. Probably around this target, but I don't think I can get in here. We make a newer high, we don't make a newer low. By the time the time's over, I'm just not interested. Like, you could make the argument for something like that. 1.4? Nope, not for me. So this is Friday. True long ODR. It's a body confirmation. Our drop-off times are going to be 5 o'clock. 03 to 04. After 0.5 is reached is a thing. Other than that, 01 to 03. Zero 04 to 06. 08 to 1. That's not in it. Oops. Whatever, that's going to propagate anyways. And 1.9 is our extension. So I think when this keeps trying to come lower, and our drop-off time is here, but we're oh, am I not? I didn't share it on Discord. I'm recording it. We would see one more candle, so that opens with the directional imbalance after the double rejection, so I would definitely go in here, but with a long, not a short. My stop would be set for right here, and we'd be going to 1.9, and then we'd adjust for 5, so this would put us in, and we're out. unless I see something crazy here. Yeah, I'm just done for the day. So that's confirmation time was 4:15 as a candle. So like, just here's another example, right? Like, okay, so you see this rejection, time's over, people probably enter right here. You're out again. Like, probably enter here, you're out again, then it runs to target. Or I guess here you could have like a grandma stop, but I just not a fan. So that I wouldn't consider as a confirmation. Neither would I consider that. How many ticks is that? Yeah, I probably wouldn't consider that as a confirmation. $11.15. That's not a candle confirmation, so I'm just done for the day. So ADR 2100. This is going to be Monday. True long. We've got 0 to 0.1. 2140. We've got 0 2 to wait, what? 0 2 to 0. 0 2 to 0 3. 0 6 to 0 7. And 8 to 1. And a false day. Okay, just played the next candle. Oh, I hit pause. Well, that's okay. This doesn't look like. Well, hold on. Let's just go back here. Let's play this proper. So this is going to be a Friday true short ODR, or Monday true short ODR. 0.5 puts 0.4 to 0.3 in here. No, 0.4 to 0.5 to 0.3. And our time is 5:10. And then 0 2 to 0. And 0 1 to 0 5. And we do 6 to 7 because that's the mode, followed by 8 to 1. Okay, so that did open with the directional imbalance. I didn't notice that when it played ahead, so it opened here. Usually I'd use the IDR. Let's see what we get for a. So 1.8 would be our. So not even near good enough. So I'm looking for the 5R. So right here. And we don't get tagged in. So no trade. So this is like one of those times where like I want to end up going to like back through certain setups and be like, so I want the 5R. It didn't tag me in. Is it worth looking over here to see, like, could I argue for an entry in this cluster and still like adjust for my 5R the other way, right? But I'm gonna go through the whole year before I decide, like, and then I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna just like, holy shit, I'm gonna look at those specifically. Because I don't want to adjust it until I can like back test a full year of like that thought process, because otherwise I'm just adding my own like bias to it, right? It's like, oh yeah, well, I saw like twice it worked. It's like, okay, but how many times out of the entire process did it actually work? Nope. I'm just kidding. What's up?
What is your average stop loss fix where you find out?
Where's what?
Your average stop loss fix.
I don't care. I use smart stops. I don't ever think about how many ticks it is.
Also, so is it 20, 15, whatever you put it?
Well, yeah, like this one was 11 if it would have tagged me in. This one was 11. This one was 18. This one was 11. This one was 10. This one was 7. 12. 31.
And you put your stop loss in like something on the computers, or you do that based on your concept?
It's just based on, like, if you watch me go through it, it's just based on just kind of wherever it makes sense to have a stop.
Yeah, I'm doing the same.
Zero.
I'm trying to have like a. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. 02 to 01. We can add 04 to 03 in here once it looks like the 05's been hit anyways. Oh, 11:30. Go here, here. 03 to 07. And 08 to 09. So no directional imbalance here. What's our extension? 1.6. Yeah, I just don't trade this day. Weird. Would have lost. Weird. So the ADR, so ADR Tuesday, true long would have been here. 0.5 is reach. We're going to do 03 to 0. Uh, 21:30, so that's perfect. I don't end up trading this day. This doesn't happen here. This opens, and then at trading time, this opens reverse. So I'm just not even gonna put the rest up. Oh, weird, another false day. Weird. Where are we here? One more candle. Okay, so 2. So ODR on a Tuesday, true long. I'm going to do 03 to 0. 450 is our time. We're going to do 03 to 04. And 06 to 08. And 09 to 1. This is a wick confirmation, so our true confirmation has to happen before the 425 candle. Oh, false day. And it's like 3 false days in a row.
And you don't trade false days, right?
No, I haven't done near enough studying to test false days. Well, this actually technically, again, this is one of those examples I was talking about yesterday. This isn't technically a false day, right? It's
The wick confirmation
eh,
doesn't count for false days.
so like in my 450 trade back test, I never traded days where it did this because um, it usually does one of 2 things. It either just immediately runs to target and smashes target, or it goes down like some like ridiculous number and just slingshots the other way. So I never like when one candle crosses over and then the other candle crosses over. It just I would have to do way more back testing to validate if that's tradable or not.
Okay, gotcha.
So like here, like it's 4:10. I'm going to hang out with the family. Don't care. So there's a candle confirmation 11:15 on a Tuesday. RDR true long. Not my favorite candle confirmation, but that is part of my qualifications. So 11:50. At least we just have to see something within the next 20 minutes or so. So 02 to 01. 11:50. Oops. 02 to 03. 04 to 09. And that'll be it for this one. Yes, yeah, 1.1. No, 1.1 to inside. So it'd have to be here too. We want this here though. Okay, let's see what happens here. And our extension's 1.4.
Do you ever draw these out before confirms, or do you always wait for?
Oh yeah, like if I start seeing this up and I get that wick confirmation while this candle's printing, this is going up immediately.
Okay.
Or if, like, say it's an upside expansion model day, I'll put it as if it's gonna be an upside day, just to have it like ready. And if it ends up being a downside day, then I just put that instead. Like just swap it out. Yeah, I try and be as ready as possible. And like here, kind of like what I was saying yesterday. Oh, that's funny. I had price label here. I would already have like this is one of my stops. This is one of my stops. So I'd already have these numbers ready. Like if this was a directional imbalance, I'd also have right here, because I would have just opened with my stop below the IDR. So it's like I already have these numbers thought out so that I can just execute if something happens that I want to execute a trade. Directional balance, so we would have to retake this on the next candle. So the directional imbalance, following a directional balance, I would wait for this candle to close. It closes above the close line, but it rejects the cluster. Would I take this trade? Would I take this trade? So this was live. We're in a range expansion model. We've taken the lows. Yeah, I think I would take this trade. So we would open here. We would put our stop one tick below this cluster, and we're going for 1.3, and that gives us our 5R, and we lose. And then that just tells me it's a false day. Oh man. Confirmation was a 11:15. Yeah, so like I just miss all this price action. I'm not even here. 11:15. And this is just like, this is why models don't matter. Like technically this is a range expansion day. We've already taken all the lows from the ODR and the ADR. So like this probably has a 47% chance or a 62% chance to be an upside expansion day. It is not. Trumpet model, negative. ADR on Wednesday. True long. Or any of these. Okay, so we go like this. Wow, this looks like garbage. 0.1 to 0.2. I think I'm just gonna start skipping ADR because we're like 3 months in. Actually, I'll check the stats after March. But I definitely don't think it works with this model, kind of what J Bell was saying. It's just spending the time unnecessarily. 21.25. 0.9 to 0.8. And then we got the directional imbalance on the open. Oh no, this is not the right candle here. So we would wait. We would see this. Would I open a position on this directional imbalance? So we made a new high. We had a directional imbalance, created a VIB. It tried to go below and respected it. It opened lower and then went higher. Yeah, so I would open a trade here. So I'd go here. I'd be one tick below this VIB. And we're going for a 2 extension. That doesn't give us our trade. So I would accept a 4.6 here just because. And that might, depending when we execute, that might put us in, but we'll just put it over here. So now this is like, I don't know, do you count that? Do you not count that? Potentially that's in, depends how fast you execute. I would have to count it because I think I would market execute anyways. Yeah. Right on.
About dips. You're always dips are very important. Seems to me, right?
Yeah. When it makes sense with the price action, they're super important. Like times where you see like this, like down, down, up, like this to me means nothing. It's just like this is like chop price action. But when like here, so it created a directional imbalance. It closed with a new high. The immediate candle tried to retake that with a wick. It failed. So now we have a double open VIB. The algo tried to price down again with a directional imbalance, and it immediately rejected and closed above. That's right. So to me, this dib is like super strong. Like if I'm watching this live, I'm like, this dib makes sense to me. Whereas if it opened with another downside and closed below, then I'd be like, okay, so now the algo wants to price down. and we're closing below areas that were clearly being rejected. So it's just whatever is happening in that moment, right?
And so one thing I question about your stop placement here, you have it in the middle of a cluster, but it's below the AMR at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
What's your logic there for your stop placement?
It's respecting these fibs. So
Okay.
if like I'm assuming that if it's gonna be a true day with this directional imbalance open, it's just going to target now. Like I don't want it to revisit down here. Like I don't want to have a larger stop just to be safe because then it messes up my RR. So it's like I just want this to go to target, or I'm probably just done for the day.
Okay, I got you.
It
Thank you.
Yeah, of course, man. Confirmation was at 2030. Oh, this is the ADR. Interesting. Dun, dun, dun. And it's so liberating. Like, look at this. I'm here for. I probably come on at like 12:20. So I'm here for. Or 12:20 at 20:20. I'm here 40 minutes. I hit target. I'm done. See you later. See, and I never like this style of. So when we get a directional imbalance and a wick confirmation, I'm always on edge because it's like a fake out to me.
Okay.
But we'll see. True, short. Like in my head, like, that's the stuff I think about. But like that's just my own bias based on like a lot of stuff I've seen. I can't like. There's no justification in it. So 04 to 05 is an area 5 o'clock. And then 02 to 04. And 08 to 09. And 1.1 is not on here. And I would even argue 01 to 05 is an area, but that's fine. So 5 o'clock. Okay, so we've got. So this opened with a directional imbalance to the upside, which is not looking ideal. What's our extension today? 2.3. We get another directional imbalance. This is a disgusting candle. I don't like that at all. We get a directional imbalance to the downside and it retakes everything. This candle is absolutely disgusting. So it's like I'm just done for the day. So when I see this, I just don't care anymore. Like, oh yeah, see you later. Don't care what it does. Like, so where do you okay, you enter here with the stop above here.
In and where do you put your stop? Your stop would have to be.
And,
There's no way to tell how far that wick's going to be. Is it going to
yeah,
be 2 ticks outside the DR? Is it going to go to 0.5 and turn around? Yeah, I've been trapped in that a lot for retirement.
and then let's even say
You're actually right, but you get destroyed
yeah,
because you try to put a wide stop, it takes it, and then you can't get back in.
exactly. So then and then where do you get out here? Like, are you riding this down to the 27 extension? Like, right? As
Back stop to the DR and then stop and go back higher. You have no idea.
yeah, and then you see this, and as soon as you see it retrace like 35%, like you're probably closing there. I'm not playing for a 2.5 hour trade. Like, get out of here. I don't care. I'm done for the day. Have a good day. Happy for everybody who made money. Sad for the people that just paid the market.
Yeah, those are really clever traps. And to avoid them is even more clever.
1050 RDR true short Wednesday. Yeah, like I just don't want the stress anymore, right? Like that's all this plan comes down to is like I just want to execute and I just don't want to think about it. 0.5 has been reached. So we're going to do, oh wow, this is huge. So 0.7 to 0.2. So this entire area, once the 0.5 has been reached, up till 11 o'clock is valid. Oh, so it's like my favorite type of day. I need to see something in the next 10 minutes. And then we'll go 0 to 0.1. And 0.1 to 0.2. Oh wait, this is outside. 0 to 0.1. 0.1 to 0.2. And 0.6 to 1. Yeah, so this opens with a directional imbalance after the candle close, but like there's like, so I would put a pending for inside the IDR going to 3.1, no, 2.9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we would need our 5R. So like I probably would, yeah, I would put this as pending, but if it doesn't hit by like, I think it was 11:05, then I'm just not interested. Okay, so we're in. IDR, the IDR. Basically, when this extends this much, I don't want it to come back in here. If it comes back in here, it's just give me a chop day or a false day. So I want it to go to target. But I'm not willing to take a 3R trade. Like, so if I'm out here, like, look at the drawdown I'm in it with a 3R trade. Like, that's a 52-point stop. I don't want that. I want, like, I would even argue that a 30-point stop is like way more than I would like to see.
33 is on the outer edge of
Acceptability.
yeah. Plus, my data shows for my trades that when I have stops like that, I have no edge. It's like less than 50% profitable.
Let's go ODR, RDR. Let's go show filter. So if we go by stop ticks.
Is there a SD extension that you will not buy beyond? Like I've been trying to not sell below or buy above like 0.3 of the SD.
Don't care.
You don't care about that at all.
Nope.
Okay.
Why would I care? I'm assuming it's a true day.
Right.
Like if I see a setup that I think can be validated, I'm just taking the trade. Like 50% of the time or 65% of the time is coming to this target. So why would I argue with the data, right? I don't care that it came to a 1 extension. I care that it hasn't hit 2.9 yet. Like, I guess like an exception to that would be like, say the extension data says it's supposed to go to like a 1.4 on that day. If it hit 1 already, like I'm probably just not interested, because it's like I'm not looking for it to retrace and then go another 15 ticks. Like I just, but this is so, and then here's an example where it's just like super beneficial to, like, I would set this, I would figure out where my 2R is, I would set an alarm, and I'm not watching any of this. I'm like, hopefully it wicks me in and I get an alarm for my 2R, and I go move my stop, and then I come back and I see that this came here. I'd be like, holy fuck, if I was watching that live, I'd be like stressing out. I'm like, right? But it's like, I just don't need to. I'm stress free. And it runs to target. And then, oh, weird. Comes all the way back. So like, say you miss this move and you're trying to trade. Well, I guess it runs the target, so nobody would be looking anymore because they hit the data. But like, pretend it didn't, and it comes to like here, and then somebody sees it come up here. They're like, oh, well, this could still go to target, and then it's just like they just lose. It's like this is like a bad example because it hits target, but we've seen how many times where it's like. Da, 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 da. And like you'll see me do this a lot where like when it's I don't care if it comes into the DR. I don't want it to come into the IDR. Like I basically the M7 box to me is like religious once it starts doing this type of extension. Like I'm M7 would probably even have like it 2 ticks above that VIB there, but I don't care. How I've been thinking about it has been working, so. Yeah. So ADR true long. This is gonna be Thursday. Yeah, we'll finish up March and then probably stop doing fucking ADR. 0 to 0 1. Well, we'll see what the result is, right? 2145 is right here. 0 1 to 0 4. And there's certain ADR boxes I like. Like I actually like this box. I like when there's been like movement. So it's like I think these are the days that usually work out. Whereas like the super tight boxes, it's just too easy for price to be manipulated. But we'll see. Again, that's just like biased jargon based on what I've seen. Directional to the downside, we're not interested. And false day, nice. Next. Like how many people would see this close here and they'd be like, well, we're supposed to assume it's a true day. We just go like this. Dead. -1R. Idiot. Oof, see, I don't like these either. It's 4 o'clock ODR. Thursday, true long. I never like when one candle takes the entire box for confirmation. 01 to 02. 0.5 is going to reach, so it would be, we'll actually do 0.3 to -0.2. This whole range here. And then 7 to 8, which would make sense because that's where it left from. But let's see what happens here. Just give me a false day. Yeah, like I'm just done for the day. Like, I just don't care about this price action. Like when I see it completely take it, completely come back, not know what's going on here, tag the basically the open difference and like come all the way back here, I'm just like, bro, I'm over it. I'm not trying to catch a magic move here. And then it ends up being a false day anyways. So it's like these types of moves, I just see you later. Go have a coffee. Oh, coffee. I need to go make a coffee.
Yeah, me too, man. I think I need to grab a coffee.
Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna make a coffee.
I was gonna say we'll reconvene. I'll be right in here. I'm just gonna.
Okay, I will stay, guys. I don't drink coffee. Enjoy.
Okay, sounds good. I'll Yeah, I'm just gonna start a pot. I'll be like 2 minutes.
What's the daily sauce? I'm ready to get into the ARM trade. Include me in.
I don't know how you never had a scale. You're like, I love to bake.
Well, I've had it for like a year now or longer. And
Yeah, we bought it when I wanted to start weighing stuff.
Yeah, and it's like, holy crap, the scale makes baking so much easier. Because there's so many recipes have like a lot of different.
I'm glad, dear. Okay. Coffee's on. We're back. Oh, we got the J.
One question. Your lens remove new stays and tie dates, or you also do that?
I do. I didn't have remove new stays unchecked. That's my bad. But I do chosen before chosen date, and then I just use the end of whatever month I'm on. Yeah. So like right now we're at the end of March. Okay, 0.5 has been reached, so we're going to use 0.4 to 0 as potential area. 5 o'clock is our cutoff. Oh, wait, this is RDR? How do I not have that set? Okay, 0.3 to 0. And what is our time? 11:35. And then 0.1 to 0.2. And then we'll add 0.3 to 0.4 in there because there's a little bump. And 0.7 to 0.9. Okay, let's see what happens here. And what's our extension? 1.6. Probably just done for the day here. Yeah. So it's like just one of those examples. It's like you could take the trade right here, assuming it's going to be a true day, but like there's no indication to me that the price wants to go back up. Yeah, like you're just like assuming you'd be like, okay, hopefully it doesn't keep coming down and goes to target. And it ends up that would be an 8-hour trade, which is fine, but it's like
I feel like that one would be slightly more willing to take it because it bounced off that trampoline that was formed right in transition of the session.
yeah, but that doesn't mean anything to me, right? No, but even at that, like, so if I'm just watching this live, it's like, okay, so we already hit 1.1. We're only supposed to go to 1.6. So, like, we're over halfway there. We price down. We hit this VIB, price down. We try to go up. We have a directional bounce. We price down. We have a directional balance. We price down again. We now have a body close below the potential AMR. Another close below the potential AMRs here. And it's like where, like, yeah, we hit one rejection here. And then I guess if you waited, no. So, like, the only way I would take this trade is, no, like, if this candle closed above this candle somewhere within this wick, that to me would be like, okay, price potentially wants to go the other way. But, like, there's nothing in here that screams to me that price wants to continue going up. We already hit 0.5 of the ODR. We actually took the ODR, IDR, DR. So, like, yeah, I lost it. I didn't get this trade, but, like, how many examples do we have where I just walked away and it reversed? So it's like, I just don't care. I want to take the brain out of the equation. So we got our confirmation. ADR Friday. True short. 0.5 has been reached, so we'd be looking at 0.3 to 0. 21.35. And then we would add in 0.2 to 0.3. And 0.4 to 0.5. And 0.7 to 0.8. And 0.9 to 1. And our extension is 1.8. Yeah, so as soon as it does that, I'm just done for the day. I don't care. Look at that, another false day. This is the same concept as like the previous day. Like, yeah, you could take the trade here, but you'd also just assume like that it's gonna be a true day. This cleared out all of this, and it's gonna continue down, and it immediately goes down and just comes up. So it's like, I guess that did technically hit the 1.8 target, but where are you entering that gives you like respectable R? Ooh, this is like the juicy. I want to like do like something fancy trade. When I see the to the tick rejection from a old DRC VIB, I'm like, I'm going for the highs. Boom, smashed. Look at that. To the tick. But it's like, how many, like, I see it. Like, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. But it's like, how many times does that happen? Like, exactly. But like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, this is what I would want to do. And it's like, it worked this time, but how many times does it work?
What's funny is like the R was only 4.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not exciting.
Yeah, like, I don't give a fuck about four. Well, I think, yeah, it's something like that.
All the time I'm fighting for 3R.
Yeah. Okay, so Friday, ODR, true long. We hit the 0.5, so we're going to do 0.3 to 0.4 is going to be in here. For 505. Ooh, nice short day. My favorite. And then we're just going to do 0 to 0.3. Which I like because we got some specials there. 0.5 to 0.7. And like, this is one of those days where like my ideal setup, like I'm seeing rejections right here. Like we got so many VIBs here. I'm just like, if you come here and show me like 3 key rejections, I will take you for a ride and love you forever. 8 to 1. Directional down. What happened here? So we get the directional down. We reject the limiter. We get a directional imbalance. We're assuming it's a true day. This price action was fine. We're still look like we're pricing up. I actually go in here. So the directional imbalance, and I would have my stop right there, and 1.9, and I'd already be break even like as soon as this candle moves up. So that's just a break even trade. So we get another directional imbalance after we're rejecting off of these VIBs. Yeah, but it looks like, so we had this candle close, we retook it. Well, this doesn't matter. No, I wouldn't go in here. Directional to the downside, so that's good. So I don't like that that closed inside. We take the next one. So we get the directional imbalance to the upside. Would I go in here? So we got lower pricing. No, I wouldn't go in here. And I'd only not go in here because I already have one break-even trade with that thought process today. And I didn't, if this would have closed here and we got the directional imbalance, I would have, but I don't like that it closed inside a volume imbalance and then we're just done for the day. Doesn't matter what happens. And then this is just like super chop. And then we would have lost anyways. Man, I love when it just works, you know. It's like I took a break-even trade, I didn't lose anything, I didn't sweat, and we're just done. We got a confirmation at 4 o'clock. This was break-even, not an exit, so 68.8. Holy man. How many people lost here? Taking the retirement setup. They probably break even here. They go for the retirement setup. They lose. Man, it's a good day for me. RDR Thursday, Friday, true short. We've got 0.4 to 0, but we're not down there, so we'll actually just do the 0 to 0.1. And what's our time? 12 o'clock. Ooh, nice short day. Let's go. 0.2 to 0.4. I also like when like all the like modes are like really high. It's like distinct. And then we'll just do 0.7 to 1. Oh no, we can't because this is the DR is way out here. Okay, so 0.7 to 0.8. And then 9 to 1. And then 1.2 to 1.3. So this is a day where I would definitely look for a retirement setup. It speaks. Like 1.2 to 1.3 is the open line. So it's like, I have no problem if this comes up here. Like I'd like to ideally see like the candles being like this vicinity, get some kind of big wick, and then like close here. And then it's like, okay, I'm taking the trade, stop above the DRC and the VIBs for target. That is my ideal setup for a day like this. But obviously, we'll see what the price action brings. So we took the VIB. We tried to price up. We closed below it. We opened with the directional imbalance. Our extension's 1.6 on the 1.5 on the day. Would we take a trade here? Looks like we're still pricing down. We're just closing. We rejected. Yeah, I would definitely take this trade. So we'd go here. We would have our stop right here. And we're going to 1.5. We're break even. And we're out. So that's a break even day. Because after that happens, we are done for the day. Sorry? Just one tick above, or two ticks above here, I guess. Basically, below, like, as long as I'm above this wick and below this cluster, I'm happy. Because if this is going to continue down, I don't want it to come back into this cluster. Because if it comes into this cluster, like, we're talking about different elements now. And then, like, look at this price action. So, like, where does somebody get in here? They get in here, and, like, they go, like, half an hour, and they gotta close it at the end of the day. I'm done. I'm break even on the day. Have a good day, guys. And it's just a common theme. It's like, I'm finding that, like, yeah, there's the odd one that runs. It's like, well, you could have got an entry here. But, like, most of them is just, like, if it doesn't happen within this time frame, like, it's just garbage. Not fun trading environments. That's really weird. You don't usually see a double gap on a directional imbalance. So 0.3 to 0. And what's our time? 21:40. And then 0.1 to 0.5, we'll say. I messed up this other one, didn't I? Yeah. To 0. And then 0.6 to 1. Okay. And what's our extension? 1.9. So I wouldn't open on this directional imbalance. Obviously, there's fucking 5 bibs in the way. And this is gross. I would just be done. Yeah. I'm done for the day. I don't care. False day. Go figure. This must be, yeah, that's why. Hold on. We're going to reassess this day. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, man, like, this is not making any sense right now. Let's get rid of all this stuff. I don't know which theme this is, but I thought I had everything in folders. Oh, I know which one this is. I do still have all my folder stuff. No, I don't. Never mind. I don't know what theme this is. Okay, so March 19th. So let's just reassess. We got to redo that day because the contract was over. Oh, and that's even funnier because it didn't actually show this like this way. So like you don't actually break even on this Friday. You lose. Or you don't, or no, because 12, yeah, 55. That's where I said you'd close. Never mind. So you'd make like half an hour or whatever. So let's see this in real time. Let's get the directional and oh, there's no VIBs here. So this might change the day here. Let's mark this up. Okay, so we got this. Let's remark up 0.3 to 0. And it was what, 2140. And then 0.1 to 0.5. And 0.5 to 0.9, right? No, 0.5, 0.6 to 1. Okay, so we got the confirmation candle. There are no VIBs here anymore. We're in the DR cluster. So I would enter here based on my rules. And I'd be one tick here potentially. We're going to 1.9. And then we would have to adjust for a 5R. Yeah, my stop for this is just super simple. Like, there's 3 volume imbalances here. I either want it to not go above this third one, like, for sure. Because, like, in my head, and we already know how this day, like, pans out, but it's like, if it comes through these 3 VIBs, there's nothing else here. This is highway. There's no specials. There's no, like, it's like, so if it comes up here, yeah, like, it's just the day's over. So, like, I don't want it to come 1 tick above here. I don't want it to come up here at all. And there we go. So we would lose this trade. And I would just be done for the day. Well, M7 even says he uses super tight stops, right? Like, he would rather have a tight stop that and get a... Yeah. Confirmation time was 2035. It's a true confirmation. And then... Yeah, so, like, when this opens down... Like, I probably wouldn't be done here, like, right when I lost this trade on the next candle, because it closed below the VIB. And then I'd watch... Yeah, I'd just be watching. And then I'd see this candle come up. I'm like, okay, like, looks like it's going to be a false day. But I'm still willing to wait because our time's not over. And then this candle comes down, tries to price down, rejects, closes. And then as soon as this candle happens, I'm just done for the day. Like, I just don't care. Like, when I see it come all the way down, reject, come all the way up, and then come back down, I'm like, okay, see you later. And the next candle's a false day. Yeah, it's yeah. No, the reason I don't care about this dip is because we already tried to price into, like, I would need to see this. So this candle, the only way that I'd be further interested in this day is if this dip down and close below without any upward movement. Like, it would literally have to be dip, close down here somewhere. Then I'm like, okay, maybe I'm interested in this day. But as soon as it dibs and, like, comes all the way down here and then all the way up here, I'm like, okay, see you later. I'm not pretending to be a savant with price action. This looks like garbage to me. And what do you know? False day, and then it comes down. Like, so where are you entering here? you're entering off this rejection and then getting stopped out again. Now it's a false day, so you're playing the false day setup, but it's a false day, so it's like, yeah. Like how many times you want to lose that day? I'm already fucking having coffee, guy. I'm chilling. Yeah, exactly. Like how many losses do you want to take today? Because I'm done. I'm hanging out.
But you can't lose if there's no stop loss.
Yeah. I have my entire 7-figure account on the line here. Whatever way it decides to go today, we yeah. It's funny. Monday, true short, wick confirmation. Oh, I can't wait till like we can actually see wick confirmation data. I'm hoping that Quant has that. Be fucking great. Because yeah, and I'll do the back testing. I don't really care. Because well, actually, I won't even need to, because like the whole point of doing what I'm doing is it's simply accounting for time and price. So like if I create this muscle memory, it's like, okay, these are the clusters, this is what I'm looking for, this is what I want, then it's the same thing if it's a wick confirmation. Like if I do a year of this, like I know exactly what I'm looking for, right? So it's a candle confirmation, a wick confirmation don't change anything with this setup. That's why I like it. Is like all I need is the data to understand what I'm looking for, and the only data that changes is the clusters. Like, you get what I mean? Yeah, so like it doesn't matter what comes out in the future. Like the only thing that changes between a wick and a candle confirmation will be the cluster retracements. And then all I'm looking for is a reason to get in based on what I'm seeing around those clusters. Like I will continue to backtest, obviously. I'm just saying I won't, like it's not as crucial as what I'm doing right now, trying to make sure like I'm hammering this system into my brain. Is that no, not a directional bounce. This is 415, so we need that's what we need, a confirmation. What is the extension 2? So this is probably looking like a day we aren't gonna trade. So we get the directional to the upside. Don't like that at all. And then we have a false day. See you later. Not trading today. No. Yeah, as soon as I saw the 11:20, I was just like, okay, next day. That's an annoying day to me. I'm waiting for the confirmation, so I just wasted 45 minutes of my life for no confirmation. Fuck you. Yeah, that's the worst day for me. I'd rather be break even or -1 hour than sit here for 45 minutes and not get a confirmation. So this is gonna be Tuesday. ADR true long. 0 to 0. What's the 2130? We're almost done March, and then I think I'm gonna start skipping ADR. We'll look at the data. 01 to 02. 03 to 04. 0506. 0708. And 9 to 1. And this went past here, so I'm just done for the day. Don't care what it does. Weird. Okay. ODR True Long Tuesday. We'll just go to the next candle. 2.3 is the extension, so this is still valid regardless. We'll look at it. Okay, so 0.3 to 0 after that's been hit. So like this is like Santi's in this trade already. 450, especially on a shallow day like this. I'm not though. And then we'll do 0 to 0.4. Just come down a bit. 0 to 0.4. 0.6 to 0.8. Why couldn't this open with a directional imbalance? That would have been great. Like just off to the races. 0.9 to 1. And 1.1 to 1.2. And what's our extension? 2.3? We're done for the day. Shallow retracement. He's just, yeah, he.
If I could figure out how to make it tight enough stop, maybe I could justify why.
Well, this is easy. If you assume it's gonna be a true day, you're opening here. Your stop's the IDR. You're going for 2.3.
Right.
Yep. Yep.
Now, if that had, just for clarity, if that had dipped up,
Oh, I'm in.
you would have been in immediately.
Yeah, immediately.
Wait to see how the trade,
Nope.
like how much it retraces or anything.
No, I would be like, say this dipped up, it'd be one tick up here. My stop would be one tick below here. That'd be 2.3. So I'd be an 8R trade. That would have been done. But the reason I don't enter when there's no dib is because, like, yeah, here it worked out. More often than not, there's a retracement, and I'm minus 1R, and I would just rather wait. Yes, you got a limiter here, you have clusters, you got yeah, like it's just, I'm just not willing to take shallow retracements to target unless there's a directional balance telling me that price wants to keep going that way. But that's just, no, hit the mode. The mode is 425, so it would be here. Yeah, I get. Yeah. No, I don't put the. I basically, so my box is, this is the median time, and then I just start my box directly after the confirmation candle. This has the left side of my box doesn't mean anything. Yeah, no, the mode drop off is 425, so I guess Santi wouldn't be in this trade either. I just always assume this is the type of stuff he posts all the time, so I just inherently I'm like, oh yeah, he probably gets this one. But in that time it worked out.
I think I have rules that govern it. I don't take it when it's like against the direction of WDR unless it's per se
Yeah, see, but I just don't want any of that discretionary stuff. I like.
What you do.
Oops. This is the. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. ADR. This is gonna be Thursday. True short. Yeah. Well, that's just because price doesn't like it's all fake. Like nothing is real, and the only like the one thing that I love about DR is it really taught me that like so I used to think that oil was just like a free range commodity that was affected by no, not even hedges. Like I just thought it was like when oil's in demand, price goes up. When oil's not in demand, price goes down. And this clearly shows that that's not the case. There's like if you can yeah, exactly. So it's like the price of oil is dictated by who's trying to make money in the market, like between the market makers, the hedge funds, the banks, like all these guys. What's happening in the world, nobody gives a fuck about. Like oil doesn't, it's not affected by that. like you would think there's a war in Ukraine right now. Oil prices should be at an all-time high because manufacturing costs are fucking just through the roof, but it's not. In fact, oil's like considering, right? So it's like once I started to like really like truly understand that it was just an algorithm, that's when I really started to embrace DR because I was just like, so what you're trying to tell me is it doesn't fucking matter, and all you need is the data to win. Yeah, like I don't care. Like you get all these guys who are like macroeconomics, blah blah blah. It's like I can tell you you're wrong. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The this candle fucked me. I was like I paused here because I was gonna enter. Um, yeah, it divvied up, and then it came down, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm just done for the day. Like, it can only go to here, so it's like, am I really looking for a re-entry, like up here somewhere? And even if I was, so like, I would have to have a alarm set for here to make sure I canceled because it didn't come back after it like dropped. So like, we would want something like if I was pretending to put a pending, I would be like, okay, we're gonna go here. We want a 5R, so we'd be like here. So we'd have a pending here. Um, but I would have to have an alarm set at the 2 extension because if it hits target, then I exactly. Whereas like when I see that this comes down, like I'm understanding, especially when this candle closes, price wants to go down. So I actually don't even want it to come back up here. Like now we dibbed up, we rejected the dib, we priced down, we closed below, we closed to the tick on a bib on the bottom side of it. So like to me, I'm just like, okay, like day's over. No, I had paused on this one and I was thinking about entering, but it dipped up, so I just wasn't interested, and then it just priced away. So a day like this, this is the ODR. Yeah, I just don't trade this. So like when we get the 405 wick confirmation, and then we get another wick confirmation, and then we price down and we get another wick confirmation, I'm just not trading this today. I would be done for the day. And you'll notice that, like, if you go back test, you never want to see it like wick above or like below. It's just bad days. And like here, it's like, even if you got in up here, was your stop down here and the grandma stop, and you were at the 2, you get wicked out again. Yeah. Shitty day. That's okay. Another one of these days. Not a fan. So I'd wait to see what the next candle does. Next candle. So we actually get a nope, we don't get a confirmation. I'd wait for the next candle. 10:45. So we do still confirm, but we're not really pricing up. So I would be very cautious. So let's just go through it though. RDR. Wednesday. True long. We would be right here. So 0.5, we're gonna say 0.3 to 0 is a key area until 11:05. And then 0.1 to 0.3. And 0.4 to 0.9. And 1 to 1.1. I don't really like any of this, so we'll see what happens here. There's no directional imbalances. We get this. This price is up, stops in the bib. This price is up, but doesn't confirm. Then we get the candle confirmation. And no directional imbalance, and it just takes off. Oops. And that basically hits target, 2.5's target, so just not interested. Over the day. This wasn't in our retracement areas. Yeah, there's nothing here to tell me. Like, this doesn't actually look like it wants to price up past here, and then it just takes off. I just lose. Well, I don't lose. I just don't trade. This is way before time mode, so I would assume rejected the VIB. Yeah, it's not really rejecting anything here. It's just open space. Yeah. Can't even talk myself into a trade there. I see nothing. I don't know. Like, I've just said it.
Spill my coffee and talk to someone who trades.
Yeah. I just, like, for me, it's like, I just want to take premium trades now, and I don't want to trade anything else. It's like, yeah. Okay, so 0 to 0 1. Oh, we hit the 0.5, so we'll say 0 4 to 0 2. And what's our time? 21:50.
Do those dips in your analysis here? Do these dips going into the wick confirmation affect your judgment?
No. So I don't. No, I don't care about this. But this, I'm probably entering a trade here. We'll just see in a second here. I'll explain why. 0 1 to 0 4. 0 6 to 0 8. And 9 to 1. So because we got the directional imbalances, we created this VIB, and we close to the tick here. I would probably see how the next candle opens and closes. So our extension is 1.9. So I would enter here, stop below here, and go here. 3R. I probably just am done for the day. I'm just not interested because I don't want it to come. Like, I don't enter in this candle because I want to see what it does. I'd see one more candle. I wouldn't have a penny on this one. And then we had the directional down, so I wouldn't enter on this candle either. We get another directional down, and I would just be done for the day. I'd be like, I don't like how this is going. Runs the target. I don't really care. Directional down. We don't get. So, like, there's. It, like, looks like it wants to go up. So, directional's up. No, wait. What does it do here? Oh, directional's down. Yeah. And then it closes up. But then directional down and closes down. So even with this like rejection here, this candle just starts running. So I would just be SOL because like you're not entering here. 1 point.
All I was noticing there until you mentioned the dips was the healthy rejections that I would call them on the of the VIB that was created from the dip by the
Yeah, whereas we have like the dip down, we have the dip down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now that's something I've never taken note of in this fashion before.
Yeah. And then by the time it's here and it's like this is giving. Yeah, exactly. So like I'm not getting the right R. And I'm not even the wicks. This isn't telling me that it wants to go up. Like it's trying to price down. It's trying to price down. The wick isn't trying to price down, but price is pricing down. That's right. So it's like, and then we still have this magnetic VIB, and I'm not really seeing anything here to justify a buying incentive. So I just shut her down for the day, and then I open up later and we, oh, that ran straight to target. Fuck, dummy. But then like.
Yeah, look how quickly
But that's also yeah, that's 2 to the tick, 3 to the tick projections to go down.
Right.
Big green candle.
If so, like to me though, if this wasn't creating directional imbalances to the downside, I would be in.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But it directional is down comes up.
Great, the like true directionals are still kind of hard for me to spot. So now I see why. Okay.
Yeah, whereas I see like I just see that, right? So we're open, we're down. And I'd be watching this live. Like I've got 5 minutes per candle. So I'm like none of this is exciting to me.
Yeah, and like obviously I don't think that you're probably tagging these, but like if you notice them and you are tagging them and you have a sufficient data set, then it would truly tell you, is it worth it to enter when those candles are producing differences or not.
Yeah, so like for me, it's just like to me, this means price doesn't know what it really wants to do. So,
Everybody else would do.
mhm.
You would have to do it to like really say like, okay, the data says this, but like obviously you've spent more time figuring this out, and you just know that like
Yeah,
it's
like
just shit.
yeah, it's just shit price action. So like to me, it's just well, and the
It does work out in you literally just like I don't fucking care. Well, you know what? It's shit. So what do I care?
yeah, like yeah, sure it worked out, but like what about all the times that even in the trading that we've done where I'm like, oh yeah, look, it didn't work out. So it's like,
That's the genius in the game is that you're trying not to miss every winner, but that's not shouldn't be the goal. Like you should be really
I'm look.
comfortable missing lots and lots of winners because it's avoiding all of the traps.
That's right. I'm looking for premium setups. That's all I'm looking for. I want to know that I'm getting into a trade and I can at least go to break even really quick and then I'm stress free about it. Am I gonna miss trades? Sure, but like who cares? Like even M7 says it all the time. He's like, yeah, you haven't traded in like 3 days. Nothing looked good.
And you never stack either, right?
No, the only reason you would stack is if you're doing like model trading because you're already up a bunch. But like you would never stack just running to target because then you're risking. There's just too much risk.
Adding risk and you're reducing your R overall,
Uh,
unless you run higher targets for legitimate reasons.
yeah, like so say you've got a 5 hour target and you try to stack and you lose that trade. So now you just lost. So now your target's really 4 hour. And let's say you do it again. Now your target's really 3 hour. So you're like unless you know that what your outcome is going to be beneficial, stacking's just never worth it. I don't think. I think the only time stacking's worth it is if you like master model trading because now you're assuming that it's still running the target and you're locking in profits regardless. But that's just my opinion. Obviously, like
Or I
No,
guess
no, I
like
get
another
it.
one for you would be like if you did take an ODR trade but didn't hit target, but you're leaving it run to RDR, you could maybe consider stacking before RDR.
oh yeah, 100%. There's examples that I could show
Depending on
you.
how you trade.
Yeah, so there's examples like here. I can show you in so back tests, all back tests. My big one. So oh, there it is. I was like, where did it go? So in here, so I have these. These are classified as runners. So these were ODR trades that um, didn't hit target in uh, ODR. So I just let them run into RDR. And if the RDR was like the same direction, like I would take an RDR trade still. But you can see how like these are all like 80% of these are winners. So it's yeah. So it's if you're taking an ODR trade that hasn't hit target, it's never worth closing it. Never.
Yeah. Put performance on that. Important.
Wait a second. You gotta
Oh
repeat
my
that.
god.
Induce
Holy
80%
shit.
winner.
Yeah, but this is just the runners, right? This doesn't include the losses. Yeah. So this is just the ones that didn't.
Won. It would have won. It should have finished by ODR session, but it didn't.
That's right. Yeah. So it's like 71% of the time, it's just continuing to target.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What's the
Oh my
premise
god.
here? You're saying that if you're in a runner
Yeah.
in ODR,
Yeah. I'll show you. I've got the screenshots here.
If it
it's
did not
a
hit the
transition
target,
trade.
if
Yeah.
it did not hit the target in ODR, leave it the fuck alone.
Yeah. So
Do not.
like
Break even or bust.
so here I took I took the trade in ODR based on whatever rules that I was using. You would normally close the trade right here because that's the end of the session. But as you can see, because it was a range expansion day and we're going up, you just leave the trade open and way more often than not you get the end result of your final target.
You know, just so we're not friends anymore because now you give me two reasons.
Man, I took over 500 trades. I can tell you, you don't need to backtest ODR to RDR trades. They yeah. Um, mhm.
When Prism comes out, do you have formulated a thought on how you're going to approach your style now?
It's the same.
Without using
Prism,
standalone.
like the reason I'm gonna love Prism is because the data is more refined. So instead of looking at like, because my confirmation time is based on what M7 said, so like 4:45 would be my cutoff. So I can actually get the proper clusters from 4 to 4:45 confirmations in Prism, whereas in Lens, if the confirmation's after 4, it's actually 4, or after 4:30, it's actually 4:30 to 5. So it changes like just where my clusters would be placed. So like just the data is just more refined, and that's all that it'll change. Like it's not going to change my approach at all.
And no cross filtering and all that stuff because you don't care about model data.
Exactly. I don't. I like. I mod. It'd be different if model data was like a 90%, like same as like, or 80% even, like same as DR, but it's not. It's like most of the time you're basically like a 60/40, and it's like I'm not basing. I want something that's executable. I don't want a 60/40. I want like 80% of the time I'm right, or not. I'm right. The data's right. So 2.1 is our extension. We need confirmation on this next candle. So what was that? We had a directional to the downside. I'm probably just done for the day. I don't like this shit. Where am I gonna put my stop? We have the directional. Oops, directional to the upside. We come back down. What I have entered here? So 5. So no, there's no trade here. No, that's why I just paused here. So because we did get the actual candle confirmation, but it was at 4:30. That's why I stopped, because I saw the directional bounce. So the target is still 2.1. Yeah, I think, well, based on my rules, I would just enter here. I would put my stop here at 2.1. And then I would adjust for a 5R. So yeah, we would be in this trade. We'd be break even. And we're out. I think that's break even. Very close. Yeah, I'd be break even there. 2.1. And then we're done for the day.
And you just set the alarm at the 2.
Yeah, like, so when it's stuff like this, like when I've seen this happen, I would just wait, and I want to see something like as soon as this goes to like 1.8 and I start seeing it coming back, I'd just go break even, because it's like the retracement time's done, right? So like I don't like this candle. We got the confirmation, we dipped up, so I basically just want this to run the target. So when this closes inside, this closes outside, and this starts coming up, I'm probably just break even on the day and close. Like, I'm just walking away. If I run the target, sweet. If not, whatever. 4:30, and I also don't like 4:30 confirmations. Like the ideal confirmations are always in the first 30 minutes. So like I'm way more. Oh, look at that, false day. So it's, yeah, just for me, I would probably, in this case, like usually I wouldn't watch it, but in this case, because of this price action, and just, yeah, like I'd just be like, I'd be looking for a reason to move break even. And the other side of it is this is all like highway. There's literally nothing here. So I either want it to like continue, like it's been rejecting the clusters, the specials, all this stuff. I either want this to just like skyrocket and hit my target, or like I know this is what's happening. Because there's like by M7's definition, this is just highway. There's nothing here to stop it, right? So if it's not just taking off, it's like in my head, this is exactly what's happening. I wouldn't call that a confirmation. Next candle? Nope, done for the day. See, and like, yeah, and like, so like what, like, so let's pretend you assume this is a confirmation. Like, I just, 1 cent to me is just not, I've said, yeah, like I've said this several times, like that's just not a confirmation to me. But let's just say you thought it was, and then you see this rejection, you see all this, you don't account for the dib, you see this reject here, and you're like, okay, well, it didn't close the DR IDR. Let's even just say you're like, yeah, maybe you go in on the, no, this close above the bib. So it would have to be like here, I would assume. And you're like, okay, we're going to go like a grandma stop, and you're still done. Like you still lose, right? Maybe you get lucky and you wait for it to like close and like directional imbalance down here. But it's like most people that are watching this happen, like yeah, like, yeah. So you're like, you're watching this, you're like, hey, oh, we reject. You probably actually get in right here. Right? And you're like, okay, we'll just do a grandma stop. We'll protect ourselves. Most of the retracements are done. It looks like it wants to price down. We had this huge candle. It didn't retake it. It respected the volume imbalance twice. It's like, this is a great trade. 2 candles later. Yeah. And I'm just done for the day. See you later. I come back and I'm like, holy fuck, look at the price. Look at it go. Yeah, I'm just adding ADR. I don't care. ADR's shit. Fuck ADR. Oof. What is this? Friday, true short, ODR. Tuesday extension. I guess we have to mark it up. See, now if you're taking like models into consideration, this just rejected the IDR to the tick. So this is probably like going to be a false day now. It's a broken upside expansion plus day, but like this is clearly showing to me that it wants to come back now. But we'll see. Friday, true short ODR. Oh wow. All the retracements on this look like fucking garble. Am I on the right stuff here? True short ODR Friday. Wow, Friday. I've never even seen this data. Friday shorts on ODR clearly don't happen very often. 03 to 04. Yeah, 605. I've never put this on my chart. Like in this new back test, anyways. 01 to 02. I actually probably just close my chart for the day after seeing both the data and I see this like run like this. So I don't like this. We get the directional to the upside. Yeah, no, we hit target. So like there's no reason for me to get into trade here. We have till 6:05 is the median. Like you could argue that you see these two rejections and it won't close higher, but then we get the directional imbalance to the upside. So like I would never execute a trade right there, even if I like. I'd be thinking about it, but then as soon as I see that directional imbalance, I'd be like, nope, because I assume it's coming up more, and then it just runs the target. So I.
We just took back the weekly DR. A lot of reasons to feel funny about being short there, and
Yeah.
probably why it works out so wonderfully.
Yeah, exactly, right? Reverse psychology. You see you see it run into the weekly DR. You see it come out of the weekly DR, and then everybody's like, "Oh, we're going this way," and it's just like, "Nope, later, bitch. Give me your money."
And even if you take it, that crazy to trace it, then take it back out. Yeah.
Well, no, if you took it, like you're only going to the 2 extension. Like if you found a reason to get in here somewhere, like you hit target, but I don't see a reason to get in there. Based on my rules that I'm testing. Yeah, ADR can go away. Don't care. Okay. Oh, same thing here. Directional imbalance. This just makes it like when I see this like this huge rejection, I'm just like I want to be like this. Stop right below this recent DRC. Go for the high. And we'd be break even. 445. That's a wick. No trading. Yeah, like what's like. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't even think about this stuff anymore. I see stuff and I'm just like, stupidity. Wow, this is like 3 days in a row with no confirmation time. That's 11:40. This is ADR. $410 ODR Tuesday. True long. Let's go to the next candle because it'll print. So we've got we'll do 0.3 to 0. What's our time? 6:25. Long day. Don't like it. 3 to 5. Yeah, like so like ideally I want it to come here, start rejecting, and just fucking away we go. 9 to 1. I'm not even gonna put that on there because I don't want to see it come down there. This directional balance happened after the second confirmation candle. What's our extension? 1.9. Probably. I don't care. This looks like it wants to price down. See what it does here. Pricing down again. So this directional imbalance is interesting to me. So would I go into a trade here? So 1.9. So no, looks like it wants to price down. We're not getting a higher close. Directional balance down, closing below. Priced up, but it doesn't close above anything significant. We're still inside the DR IDR. We did here, yeah, not interested. Oops, we didn't mean to play. We'll close up. We're not making any new highs. Time's over. We close on the final candle. We close inside the DR again, so I'm just not interested. Weird. Another day that I win. Another trade, another day with no confirmation at a time. Were we March 28th? How many days are there? March 31? 29? It's 28 in February. Oh, I made that coffee. I'll be right back. I need coffee. Okay. Let's see if we. Yeah, 1 cent. We're not counting that as a confirmation. Okay, what time is this? This is 4:20. No. Yeah, 4:20 is valid. ODR. Wednesday, true short. Oh, it's just another one of those days that looks terrible for retracements. So let's just print the next candle. So 0 to 0, 1. 7 o'clock. Wow. Yeah, I probably would just not be. I've never seen this data either. Crazy.
That's what you're saying then. Because it was a long wick and it got close to the 0.5, right?
For which?
The first saying that the retracement might not be good for today, is that what was the logic behind that thought process there?
Oh, just the. No, I just mean this. Like, so.
Oh, based off the last.
Yeah, so true short Wednesdays. Like, this is garbage data. Like, this is basically saying that out of however many years, 2,000 like data sets or whatever, 50 times this has happened. It's like I don't really care about today, but we'll mark it up, see if anything interesting happens. So outside, and then we'll go 0.4 to 0.7. And then 8 to, yeah. And like the mode for is 0.8 to 0.9, which does align with like potential. Then we got the weekly DR in the way. Our extension's 1.7. So we're basically saying we're going like through the weekly DR. So this would be a day where like eventually, if this is a true day, you're gonna have to backtest and be like, it doesn't make sense to just go like over here and take like a ridiculous trade. But we'll see what the price action tells us. So yeah, I already don't like any of this. So we tried to confirm, priced up, closed like 30% inside the box, priced up, priced down, rejected the limiter to the trampoline, tried to do it again, rejected the limiter to the trampoline, tried to do it again, rejected the limiter trampoline. So now we're pricing up, rejecting the trampoline again, and again, and again. Now we're clearly pricing up, closing inside the DR IDR, rejecting again. Yeah, I'm just done for the day. Don't care. Yeah, so like it's just, that's all it is, right? It's just, and then here, same thing. I have to obviously backtest this, but we confirmed directional balance. 2 candles later, false day, or a fake false day. So it's like I have to go look at that data. Like I have to go test this specifically to see if it's worth trading the wick true false days or not. Mm-hmm. Well, and to be honest, like in the testing that I've done, usually when you get like a confirmation in a specific direction, even if it's a candle confirmation, all of the price action correlating to it being a false day basically gives you no real reason to get into a trade. Like you're forcing trades. Like it's always like directional imbalance, candle won't close higher. Like it's always looking like to me anyways that mm-hmm. So like this, so if we do, so Wednesday RDR. Mm-hmm. And even here, so like looking at the retracement data, like it's basically like everything is like just open territory. I don't see any reason, like if we pull, uh, yeah, there's no like I don't see anything here that tells me to get into a trade. So like we have the confirmation, we have a directional imbalance to the upside, we have another candle that closes above the VIB. It rejects from the DRC cluster. We come down. We actually have a directional balance to the upside, and then we come down again, but we close to the tick on and reject from a limiter, a bunch of trampolines. Price tries to come down again, immediately comes up, creates a directional imbalance to the upside, closes above this magnetic VIB that's still here. We close above the DR cluster. So like, what would our 1110? Oh yeah, like so at this point, like I'm already as soon as so this is our 1110 candle for median. As soon as I see this directional imbalance, I'm just done for the day anyways. So there's nothing that validates a trade for me here, even if I'm trying. Yeah, I don't. If you've been here for the last 2 days, I don't do retirement setups unless. Yeah, I don't. I'm never looking for the retirement setup, and part of that is because in my big back test that I did, it just doesn't pay. Like it does pay, but the amount of time you have to sit to wait for that setup, and it only works 1 out of 5 times. It's like I just. That's right. ODR Thursday True Long Wick. So this I already like. This looks sexy to me. We rejected from the DRC. We closed above the clothesline. Rejected the VIB. We'll see what happens. 01 to 02. What's our time? 5 o'clock. 01 to 02. Long day. I don't like the hour and a half to sit here. 01 to 02. I also like that this is a cluster. 03 to 04. I also like that it rejected to the tick on that 04. 07 to 08. Can you open with a Vib for me, please? Just give me the Vib. I'll fucking punch you all the way to the moon. Vib. Wrong way. So now I don't like this at all. What's our extension? 2.1. Okay, so here. So we do look like we're pricing higher. We get the rejection. We close above. We get the vol. So what would we get if we went like this to 2.1 and stop below here? We have to adjust to 5R. We don't get wicked in. We'll see what happens here with price. And our time's over, so I would be out of this anyways. Doesn't matter what happens. And it just chops around all day. So you basically would be watching you be in profit, you break even, in profit, negative, in profit, negative. Like, no thanks. I'm already making coffee. And then you would actually end up losing the trade or break even at like the absolute best circumstance. This looks like a beautiful day though. Let's check this out. RDR, true candle confirmation on a Thursday, long. 1.6 is our extension. We hit 0.5, so we're going to do 03 to 0 is kind of what we're looking for. And what's our time? 11:35. And then we'll do 01 to 02. And 07 to 9. March has actually been a really bad month, I think. Okay, so we get this here, no directional imbalance. What's our extension? 1.6. Well, we'll see what we got 2 more days in March, so we'll see. Okay, so no, our time isn't over. This was a directional imbalance. We closed lower. So I like this though. So if we came back to here to some extent, I would probably, yeah, nothing for me today. That's funny. That's what I was thinking right here though. If it came back to here and got one more rejection, I would take it. And that runs to target. But that's results based, not actual. So it's fake results based because you can't. 30th, 34. Nice. Okay, so this is a ODR Friday true short. Didn't hit the 0.5. IDR DR is all 1. So we're gonna go 0, 01 to 02, 535. And then we'll do 01 to 05. And 07 to 08. And we know that the rest is all just, that's a lot of stuff right there. So ideally, we have a directional down, but then it closes inside, directional down. What's ours? 2.1. Would I enter here? No, I wouldn't enter here. I haven't seen enough yet. And we haven't got an actual confirmation. So I would need an actual confirmation in the next 3 candles. Okay, we're done. Weird. And how many people would take a trade here? Assuming this is the AMR. Assuming this is the AMR. False day. Merry Christmas. Well, not a false day. It's actually a true day, but just never confirmed. 10:30 RDR. True short. We hit the 0.5, so we're going to be 0.4 to 0.1 is going to be an area till noon. Ugh, gross. And then 0 to 0.1. And 0.2 to 0.4. And 0.5 to 0.6. Still gonna have this in here, and the rest is highway, so I don't really care if it goes past that. I'm not super interested unless I see something really key here. Don't like to see that. So we get the directional imbalance here. Would we enter? So we would. What's our extension? 1.6. So we would have this up. Our stop placement would be here. 1.5. Yeah, no, I wouldn't have a pending for this. Just not interested. That's funny. Gross. I said not interested, but like, would I be interested? So this candle opened at the directional imbalance, closed below, created the VIB. We're clearly pricing down. I probably would put this pending. I put it on there before it happened, so it's like I probably would have just done it because now we have these VIBs. We had clear rejection and pricing down. Yeah, I would take that trade. I would take that understanding that if I lost it, I would be looking for a very specific reason to re-enter. That's funny. And then it hit target, so nobody would be looking for a trade there anyways. Okay, so let's look at our metrics really quick. RDR only. Filter. Let's look at. Oh, of course we have a trade here somewhere. Oh, the most recent one. 74. Oh my goodness. Let's try this again. I said March was bad, but I stand corrected. Like, let's even take out the trade that we just put in there, which was like the 5R. So we'd still be at 30R, assuming, like, I think that's the only trade that I've taken where I've been like, you know, I think I would take this. Like, usually I'm pretty, like, so, like, let's just pretend it's 30. That's still insane. Win rate's still crazy, but we only took 16 trades in March. So there's only 16 setups that I thought were, like, good setups. 5 break even, 5 losses. What's our, so consecutive expenses? And this was definitely in March. So if we do our equity curve, but yeah, see March, loss. Right at the beginning of March. Yes. Yeah, because your 3% that I'm playing with is it's 3% of current balance, right? Yeah, so you're like, that's why, like, if you're trading smart, say you have 10 consecutive losses and you're doing your 1% or whatever, like, you should only be down like 6% of like that initial. That's right. So let's say we did 1%. That's still pretty good in 3 months. Yeah, and you're not, like, your drawdown is way, like, so the reason most people can't do 3% is because that's right. Like, you just, so you to 750. So you just lost 100. 840. No, it's yeah, 100. Yeah, exactly. So most people would look at that and they're like, instead of looking at what just happened here, because like the rest of this is just like, like, you're like break even, you're up, and then here you lose 100K. Most people just can't handle that. They'd be like, well, we need to get that back up to 850, and then they just YOLO and they're, yeah, they're yeah, so their account ends up back at 10K or 0 instead of just following this disciplined process. That's crazy. But I also said that I'm doing 3% till I'm at 500K. So where would that have happened? Yeah, I'm trading 3% off my 10K until I'm at 500,000. And then I'm dropping the risk because I don't want to see this either. Like, I don't want to see fucking $100,000 drops. Like, that's crazy. And then, so if we go, I wish you. Oh, I see what you're saying. So if we go equity curve, 3%, 500K. Wait, why does this look? Oh, I must have. Equity curve. There, that's better. So 3rd of March. So we go add a filter. Well, date from. So then filter equity 2%, 500,000. Let's just 1 second here. Maybe it didn't. let's just do it this way. So 3, 3. Just do to 3, or we'll just do 4, 1, 23. And then let's just make sure that that's saved. Okay. So now if we go equity 500,000, 2%. So we don't hit the million, but our drawdown goes from 783 to 722, which is almost half of what it was. Like, that's way more tolerable. It's still shitty, but like when you look at the big picture, it doesn't really matter. YOLO, 5% a trade. No, I already have my trade plan. So back, filter, refresh, and then back to, oh, yeah, no, we took out. So that's funny. I actually thought March was really bad. So let's actually look at March really quick. So if we go, this is why I said it looked bad, because I saw these 4 losses in a row. Like when I was talking, I was like, oh, March is really bad. It was like loss, 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 win, break even, loss, break even. I'm like, oh, March was terrible. Honestly, so like in my one test with the 450, I never went to break even. It was either win or lose. So I actually think that equity curve would be like way better if I chose to go break even after 2R, because you have way less losses. But I just didn't want to go back through and edit 500 trades. It's just like, no thanks. So 30R on a bad month. Where's... Oh, wow. This is why you don't leave trades open. Look at that gap. That's fucking insane.
Reef, are you listening?
438 points. You just hate your life. Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess if you're in a long for some reason, you're just like, oh, I knew that was happening. Bink. I just grew 1 million into 10 million. 1 second.
So they can go after the cash and or other trades that you have in your account outside of what you invested. So in other words, if you were only holding 1 micro and then this happened, like you still have to pay for the value of
You
what
have to pay
that
the difference. Yep.
whole thing.
Yep.
Well, yeah, it's...
Whenever they executed your order out to close the position, you pay the difference from whatever your account balance is.
And that's theoretically 3 all the way at the top right there at 81.
Yeah.
No, no, you'd be out on the open. It would be a market order on the second it opened. As soon as the price
Right.
traded
And
in
then just
tank,
depending on where,
you wouldn't have suffered a
yeah, just depending on like where the slippage is too, on like a second or two.
There's a chance you can still get filled all the way up there.
Correct.
We'd have to look at like the 30-second chart to see if it's past that what the next click is too, because I'm
But
sure
moral
there's
of
a
the
lot of
story
people
is
stuck.
it's not worth it. I think that's definitely part of my policy.
Where is... I don't understand. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it literally... This is the 1 minute chart. It literally opened. So 1659. That's insane.
And then in 1 minute it went up another $2 on
Hey, how much do you want to be fucked today? Yes. So why did this move up here? Because we were Sunday. We should be right here. Yeah, exit bar replay mode because you fucked with my bar replay. That was Sunday, April 2nd. April Fools, guys. You got fuck between. That's funny. Just wake up to trade. You're just fucking zero your fucking life savings. This is Monday. ODR true long. Da, 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 da. Okay, what do we got here? We got everything. We hit the 0.5, so we're gonna be 0.5 to 0. What's our time? 5:10. Nice short day, I like it. And then we'll do 0.1 to 0.5. And then 0.6 to 0.7. And then 8 to 1. This will probably be the last day that I can do. I just realized what time it is. Okay, so we get this close, but it doesn't mean anything. Get this open. What's our extension? 1.8. I don't like that it didn't close above here. Yeah, I don't enter on this directional imbalance. No real reason to. Yeah, like so there's this so there's actually the DRC and a VIB here, and it basically we got the confirmation, but it clearly tried to go above it and rejected, and then on the next candle it tried to go above it again and it actually closed down. So this to me doesn't look like that it wants to price down. This just looks like it's filling price action, but it also doesn't look like it wants to price up. So then we get this candle which tries to price down a little bit, doesn't really reject off anything, comes up. Then we get this directional imbalance. It clearly comes down and then it comes back up, and it doesn't close above, it closes to the tick. Then we get this volume imbalance. Like, so here I just don't get in because like I'm not seeing that it actually wants to come up. Like I'd want it to come up and then reject off about like here again and then come back up. Then we get the directional imbalance and it immediately retakes the VIB, the DRC, the VIB, hits the IDR or the DR and rejects a little bit. But there's nothing here. Then we get the open. It immediately rejects this volume imbalance and comes down. So I just don't see anything exciting here so far. Then we reject to the tick on this bib, but then we take it. So yeah, we reject this bib and this trampoline. But now to me, this looks like we're pricing down. Yeah. Then here we get the directional imbalance to the upside, but I don't like that we haven't actually seen like real price wanting to come up. this wick is just way too big. This is still magnetic. So I'm just not interested. Don't care about that Viv either. Don't care about that one. I'm just done for the day. Oh, weird. So guys would have got in here, been stopped out. Guys would have got in here, stopped out. And I didn't take any trades. I think that's like what I'm just after. Like, it's just the premium trades. Like, I just want to see, I want to see price wants to do something. And I don't want to be in drawdown. And I just want to run the target. Like, let's go. 11 o'clock. RDR. Oh, I gotta change this to March. True short. Or April, I mean. 2023. True short. We've went to the 0.5, so we're going to be 02 to 03. We're just going to print the next candle. 02 to 03. What's our cutoff? 1210. Uh, 0 to 01. And then inside, we'll do 01 to 03. 04 to 06. Oh, I messed this up there. And let's do 7 to 1.1. Okay, so let's see what happens here. So we get a confirmation, we get the rejection. This just doesn't look appealing to me, neither does this. That definitely is not appealing. Nope. 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 So that's the first candle that I kind of like. And what's our extension? 1.5. Let's see what this does here. So we get the directional to downside and we retake here. We reject this. We've had clear rejections from here. So if I was watching this, I think I would take this trade. Let me think about this. So 1.5. We would want to be like this, but we wouldn't really want it to come up anymore. So I think I'd be fine with a market execution at 4.3. Yeah, I would take this trade. Okay, so we lost that one. And then our time's over. I would honestly probably end up break even on this if I was trading this live. Just because when I execute here on this, get right here, on this candle, when this rejects the DRC, I would probably just go break even because I know the retracement time's over. So like, exactly what just happened here. Like, I'm assuming that it's retracing deeper if it doesn't just continue down. So I personally know that I'd be break even on that trade, but we'll put it as a loss because that's what we're testing. Oh, weird. Price does nothing. But like, how, like, I don't know, like, how often can I be like right in my assessment? Right? Like, at this point, price isn't going to continue here if it comes up here, and it just goes sideways. Doesn't make a false day, but oh man, I got into this like argument with this guy on Reddit the other day. He was like trash talking M7, and I was like, somebody asked about the DR Academy, and I said, it's really, really good if you like understand what he's teaching. And this guy was like, he was trying to say that M7's some like Indian with a voice changer and it's all a big scam, yada yada yada. He's like, nobody even trades ES, everybody trades CL. And I'm like, the instrument that people trade doesn't change that the data is valid. And if you backtest the data the way that he teaches, it's right. And he's like, no, I had like 4 false sessions in a row and blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, but you clearly don't understand probabilities and what the data is representing. It's basically saying 80% of the time. So in 356 days, assuming, or just do 300 days, 240 of them are going to be true days. And true days don't mean it runs a target. True days just mean it's not a false day. So I'm like, you don't understand probabilities if you're sitting here trying to argue that it's not true. I'm like, the data doesn't lie. You can backtest the data, and the data holds true. Well, no, yeah, 100%. But it's like the way the data is like presented is like you can test the data and know that if you test 5 years of data, you know what your outcome is. It's like you can't argue with that. And he was like, no, you're just like sucking him off. I'm like, bro, I'm like, you just don't understand how data works and how probabilities work. Like, that's okay. You're allowed to not understand, but you can't sit here and tell me that this guy doesn't know what he's talking about when he trades live the way he teaches. Oh man, it was such a funny conversation. And he's like, you're clearly just getting upset. I'm like, I don't get upset about anything, actually. I just am trying to explain to you in a way that you clearly don't understand, that you're wrong. Okay, so we'll do a Tuesday, true short, 4:30 to 4:45 confirmation. What time are we leaving, babe?
We're going for 1. We'll leave in like 20 minutes.
Okay, I'll be done in 5 here. I'll have a shower quick. Okay, 01 to 01. And the cutoff is 625. Oh, gross. And then 03 to 05. And 06 to 1 will just clump together. Don't like any of it. I don't like this day at all. I want to see it like reject from the 0 line. 1.9. So no directional balance. We got a true confirmation. I don't like any of this. This is kind of what I want to see. Way less interested now. We get a dib up, don't care about this candle. Get another dib up, don't care. We get a dib up, don't care. This to me just looks like it wants to price up. Candle close up, we get a dib down. Am I interested here? What's our extension? 1.9. So I'm assuming that the ODR is taking the ADR and potentially close to the RDR lows. From this point, let's see what the next candle does. Yeah.
I told my son not to let the cats down here.
So I like.
What does he fucking do? He lets the cats down here.
That's worked up Brazilian lady, guys. Yeah, I don't like this candle at all. So we priced up. I do like the rejection here. I like that we closed below the close line. But I don't like that it started with a directional imbalance to the upside. Another directional imbalance. Not interested in another directional imbalance. We closed above the limiter for the first time. Yeah, I'm just done for the day. Fuck. Oh, you just gotta fucking watch that. The candle tells you exactly what's happening. Like I literally like played this like picture perfect, and as soon as I'm done, like everybody lost money. If you get in here, you lost. If you get in here, you lost. If you got in here, assuming that RDR is going to play out, you lost. How many times you want to lose? I don't want to lose. I want to win. Okay, so we get a candle confirmation, RDR. So this, I'm looking for the short for sure. Like now I'm assuming this is taking lows, but it is a range expansion model. So we'll see. RDR, Tuesday, true, short. 0.5 has been reached. So we're going to do 0.5 to 0.2. What's our cutoff time? 11:45. 0.1 to 0.2. 0.3 to 0.4. 0.6 to 0.7. I don't really care about the rest because it like drops off exponentially. Oh, I was just on the wrong one. So 0.1 to 0.4. Yeah, let's actually just delete this. 0.1 to 0.4. 0.5 to 0.7. And then we would include 9 to 1.3, or as far back as we can. So 9 to 1.1, I guess. Okay, let's see what happens here. I feel like this is going to be a directional balance. Nope. It is, but to the wrong side. Okay. That's just a candle. Okay, don't care. Okay, so we get the directional balance to the sell side. Would I enter here? And where would I put my stop if I did? No, I don't like that candle. Okay, so here, what's our extension? 1.6. So we closed below. We didn't really reject anything here though. And where would we have to? So 1.6 would be way down here. Like I just don't think that's viable because I would want my stop here. Yeah, I'm probably just not trading today. So I don't want it to come back up here. Well, actually, if it did, so we took the DRC and the limiter, then we retook it, and then we didn't reject it all. We just went down deeper. Yeah, I would have a limit order here. Yeah, I'd be break even right now, and I'd be stopped out. And then I'd be done for the day. Well, I wouldn't even see this play out. I'd be break even right here, and then I just shut down. Like I just. Well, it's not just that. You got to look at everything, right? Like so, like how, like yeah, like how this took the DRC and this and the limiter, and then it came back. We we got no wick here. This just straight like went lower, and it closed below the most recent price action. Then we got the directional imbalance. So like I would be well, yeah, like I processed it all, and I was like, yeah, I'd put a limit order here, and like if this didn't activate before here, I would just close the limit order, but like it did, and like when I see this and it hits the 2R and I'm break even, like I'm just assuming this is going to target, and this is probably still going to target.
That's the case, I guess. Then the big bull bar when you want to enter is actually also saying something because it retakes immediately the, the entry bar you want to take.
Mm-hmm.
Because now you break it in because of your deep limit order.
Mm-hmm.
But that green bar you don't want to see actually because you expect after that retaking all the limiters and the DRC, the review, and then the dip, you expect that the bar will continue to the next bar.
Yeah, so
Go
like
down.
so here it's kind of double faceted. So when this comes back up here,
Negative.
it is and it isn't, because if you're actually looking at it, so it takes this double layer DRC, but it tries to take both and it fails. So,
Oh yeah, I can see that.
right? And then it actually and it's pricing down, and it closes to the tick on the DR. So like to me, this is actually fine. This is just like price is just grabbing whatever is sitting right here, and then we price down. It doesn't close, but it doesn't close above, and it tries. So it's tried both, and then here it wicks us in, but then it closes below the cluster again, and it actually goes back into this cluster, and then it tries to come up again. It now closes below this magnetic VIB and the cluster. Same thing here. Closes up. It's trying to price up, but it's like, nope, we're going to stay in here. And then it just prices it down.
Choppy there.
Yeah. So like all of this, well, like, and then as soon as I'm 2R, I'm break even. I just don't even care anymore. It's like, okay.
Break even very smart. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's it for now. I got to shower. I will definitely be trading ODR. I'm probably gonna do some more back testing at some point tonight, potentially, but we'll see. Other than that, yeah, I will chat with you guys later. It's been fun.
Thank you and good day.
Obrigado. Hopefully that means something good. Oh, okay. You know.
Alright, man, good stuff.
Yeah, of course. We'll chat soon.